everywhere that you look, if it's at a networking event, an awards event, a ribbon cutting, just everyday life, you're going to run into a 40 under 40. So I think it's just fantastic that Knoxville has done it.
It was a pretty big thing back then because it seemed to be one of the first times that anyone had ever been recognized for any kind of young professional thing. It's a great place to live, it's a great place to work, it's a great place to play, but it's, how do you get connected? What does that look like? And so I think having 40 under 40 actually shows, hey, there is young culture here, there is young professional culture here, and this is a great place to live and to raise a family.
When I was 40 under 40, it was 2008, so almost 10 years ago. So I was quite a bit younger, and it meant a lot to me because as an artist, as a creative person, to be honored, in the same pages as your bankers and your lawyers and your traditionally kind of what you would think as your suit and tie business leaders, I think was important not just for me, but for the art community, for the creative community at large.
What it meant most for me was that I got to meet people from a whole range of industries that I may never have come into contact with. And we all had a lot in common. We were at the same stage in our lives. We were all working hard. We all were committed to the success of Knoxville. And so to get that and have that honor and form all those wonderful, lasting friendships was just such a blessing.
I think the reality is that leaders come from all walks of life, and the reality is we need really good, strong leaders in every aspect of our community, whether it's in government or in business or in nonprofit, in education. And so I think it's great that 40 under 40 recognizes that and provides the opportunity to recognize leadership across sections of our community.
Actually, I was pretty new to the Knoxville business community when this happened. I started my company in 2010. And then we were honored and selected as a 40 under 40 in 2012. So it was a pretty quick turnaround for us. But it just showed that the city is willing to recognize its business leaders in a way that's positive and promotes growth and promotes other people to get involved as well.
There are a lot of people here that are doing some amazing things, and the fact that we have a city that would be willing to nominate or to recognize young professionals and young up-and-coming leaders in that way is just it's just expressive of how great our city is.
I'm so proud of Knoxville, and I say all the time, there's no other city in America where I've rather started my company. And I think we just do such a great job incubating great talent, and I think that's what 40 under 40 is about recognizing those people who are ultimately going to make an impact and make a difference and make our communities better for Knoxvillians now and in generations to come. So I'm so proud of our city.
It was like a motivation, right? Because you get a chance to see, for me it was to see, okay, some of the previous classes, and then thereafter to see the classes after that, to see, okay, these are some of the things that really some of the quote-unquote stars of the area are doing. And so it was motivation for me to say, okay, I really got to keep up.
One of the benefits for me is that I was able to expand my networks and expand the connections of people that I had here in Knoxville. Even though I thought I knew everyone, obviously I don't. And so that was a really big benefit for being in 40 under 40. People talk about Knoxville being a great place to raise a family, but I think what it says to young professionals is that it's also a great place to start and build your career. And I think having this connection, I think, reinforces that concept.